welcome to my vlog. And for today's video, I will going to share to all of you what I have learned in HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. So I have heard the three languages. So the three languages are, the first one is the HTML, the second is the CSS, and the last one is the JavaScript. So these three languages are absolute fundamentals of web development. Every one of us, every aspiring web developer has totally learned these three important languages. So always remember that the HTML, CSS, and JavaScript are works together to create a beautiful, interactive, and dynamic website or web application. So first, I will going to share what is the HTML. So HTML is a hypertext markup language. So HTML is always responsible for the content of the page, to the text, to the images, and the buttons. And all the contents that you see in the web page is always written in HTML. HTML is the starting point for every one of us to know how to create a content for the web, and luckily for us, it is surprisingly easy to learn. And the second one is CSS. So CSS stands for Cascading Style Sheets. So this CSS is responsible for the presentation of the content, basically for the styling and laying out of the elements on the web page. So lastly is the JavaScript. JavaScript is a logic-based programming language. JavaScript can be used to modify website content and to make it behave in a different ways in response to users' actions. And common uses for JavaScript include the confirmation boxes, the calls to action, and the adding new identities to existing information. So always remember that in the HTML, it is responsible for the content of the web page, and the CSS is always responsible for the presentation of that content, and the JavaScript is responsible for the dynamic effects in programming. To make it clear, I will show you my own work, a website for the tourist spot in Bulalakaw, Oriental, Mindoro with 4 web pages. And this website contains of 4 web pages: the home, the place, and the events, and for the contact. This is my own code for the website of the tourist spots in the Bulalakaw, Oriental, Mindoro. So this is my website without an HTML, without the CSS, without any styling or the layout. So this is the final look of my website in HTML with CSS. We can now see the styling and the layout and all the images. It composed with 4 web pages. The first one is the home. The second one is the places in the Bulalakaw, Oriental, Mindoro. So you can see here, there are a lot of places. And after the home and the places, we are now in events in the Bulalakaw, Oriental, Mindoro. And the last one is for the contact in the tourist spot of the Bulalakaw, Oriental, Mindoro. It composed the email address, the number, and the FB page of all the tourist spots in Oriental, Mindoro. So that's the end of my vlog. I hope you learned a lot from this video about the three languages, the CSS, HTML, and the JavaScript. So thank you guys for tuning in and see you on my next vlog.